I'm Trey Carr, and I'm back for another year of exciting football picks as we get ready to kick off week one of the 2018 season. So, in my opinion, and looking at the slate of games this weekend, it's always a tough week one, because you don't know who the surprise teams are, which favorite teams are going to turn into duds, and it's hard to get some rhythm in terms of your football picks. It's always good to see what happens in week one and then go ahead and use that to compile your benchmarks for the rest of the year. But that notwithstanding, we do have to pick games, and as I like to do each and every week, I like to give you 4 selections. We'll keep track throughout the year and see how I do. So let's get right into the picks, why don't we? So the first game is a 1 o'clock game that I'm going to give you, and it's the Carolina Panthers -3 over Dallas Cowboys. Now, I noticed Dallas has gotten a lot of fanfare in the offseason. A lot of people they have big plans for them, and I do not doubt they're going to have a great year. They could go 12-4, 13-3, but I don't think they'll win in week one. Carolina's always a tough spot to win anytime during the year, and when you do that in week one, hostile environment with a Carolina team that I think will be pretty good this year. I like them -3, so that is my first pick. For my second pick, let's go to the 4 o'clock games. Let's go to Mile High, and I actually like Denver, also favored by 3 over the visiting Seattle Seahawks. A lot of reasons for that selection. New quarterback Case Keenum, tough place to play in Mile High. Seattle, there's a Sports Illustrated story coming out talking about a little bit of dissension in the locker room towards Russell Wilson and the favoritism he's getting from Coach Pete Carroll. So all these reasons alone lead to me liking Denver, and what I think will be a hard-fought game. I don't think they'll win by a lot of points, but I think they'll put together a good enough game plan to win by at least 3 points. So my second selection is Denver -3 over Seattle. For my third pick, we will go to the Sunday night primetime game, where Green Bay will be hosting the somewhat new-look Chicago Bears, not just because of Khalil Mack, but also because of sophomore quarterback Mitch Trubisky, who should have, by all intents and purposes, a pretty good year. I think Chicago will have a good year, but I think Green Bay will give them a tough time on Sunday night. Green Bay historically does pretty well in their opener, especially a primetime opener. And again, I think they will put together a good enough game plan to somehow scrap together a win by more than 7 points. Now, I do want to point out, at the time of this taping, which is Friday afternoon, the point spread is either 7 or 7.5, depending on where you're getting it. I'm going with a 7-point spread, and I like Green Bay -7 over Chicago, the Sunday night primetime game. For my fourth and final pick this week, week one in the NFL, a pick that's a little off the beaten path. I actually like Detroit and rookie head coach Matt Patricia to beat the Jets by more than 6.5 points. Again, number of reasons. You can point to the fact that the Jets are going to be led by a rookie quarterback. I do get a little nervous about taking first-time head coaches in their first ever game, but I have enough confidence in this one, also being a Monday night primetime game, that I think Detroit should be able to beat the Jets by more than 6.5 points. So again, I'm taking Detroit -6.5. So those are my 4 picks. Just to recap, I like Carolina -3 over Dallas. I like Denver also -3 over Seattle Seahawks. I like Green Bay -7 over Chicago. And then finally, I like Detroit -6.5 over the Jets. So those are my picks for this week. Continue to tune in each and every week to get 4 free picks and see how we do against the number. And until next week, this is Trey Carr signing off.